What's the best way to stay frugal? How about getting things for free? In today's video, I'm going to discuss several different ways I've gotten things for free. This list is in no particular order. So let's start with hosting a clothing swap. I've done this twice, and it's a really fun way to get together with people and share what you have in your closet. We all have these growing piles of clothing that we don't really want in our closets. I've done this twice in the past couple of years. Share some food and swap clothing. In my most recent clothing swap, I set the limit of clothing items you could bring to 5, and I would definitely recommend setting a limit like this because otherwise you can kind of become overwhelmed with the piles of clothing that have been gathering in your friends' closets. Another way that I've had great success in getting things for free is by joining a Buy Nothing group and a swap group on Facebook. So I belong to both a Buy Nothing group and a swap group. The Buy Nothing group works in a way that people post things that they no longer want and they offer them to whomever wants them. In the swap group, people post things that they no longer want or need, but they also ask for things that they do want or need and wait to see what kind of things people have to offer that want those things. So I've had great success with both. On the swap group, I had a soundbar that no longer worked with our new TV, and I posted it rather than sell it on Facebook Marketplace, and was able to get some really small kitchen items that were probably worth less, but to me it was better than buying those things new. And I got the satisfaction of giving my soundbar to someone who really needed it. With the Buy Nothing group, I've also had success. Someone posted a drying rack, and I really needed a drying rack, so that was great. Next on my list is actually a list. So rather than keep buying things as soon as they pop into your mind, keep a list of things that you want and need. And you can do this in a Google Doc, or I've been using Evernote because there's a free version of Evernote that I use and love. And just keep this list rather than buying things immediately. Rather than going directly out to Target or IKEA or wherever you are thinking of going, write down the thing that you want to buy. And in my case, this worked out really well with that drying rack that I just talked about. I wanted a drying rack in order to dry my clothes so that they last a little longer rather than drying them in the dryer. So I put that on my list of things that I knew I wanted, and I did not click buy and I did not add it to my shopping cart on the IKEA website. I just added it to my Google Doc list or my Evernote list. And it was there for about a month before this Buy Nothing group. Someone had posted a list of things that they were clearing out of their garage, and a really nice clothing drying rack was on that list. So that was amazing because I was able to snatch it up in time before anybody else from the Buy Nothing group wanted it. I was the first to post to ask for it, so it was great. I went out to that person's house. She had left it outside for me, even put a label with my name on it. It was just a really, really nice experience because here's this thing that I wanted and needed, and this person no longer wanted and needed. And rather than going and adding more to the mass consumption, I went out and got it secondhand and paid absolutely nothing. Next on my list is to dumpster dive, and it's not as bad as it sounds, I promise. But, and it's not something that I had really been that familiar with. However, about 2 months ago, I had been scouring my Buy Nothing group and my swap group and even Facebook Marketplace for some curtain rods for our new apartment. We had a specific window in our bedroom that had to have a curtain rod that couldn't go past a certain length because it's in a bump out in the room, and it also had to be pretty wide. It was a very specific sized curtain rod. And my husband and I were going outside to the recycling center of our apartment complex in order to drop off our recycling. And unbeknownst to me, people also use this recycling center to drop off things that they no longer want, that aren't necessarily things that they're going to be recycling, but just things that they think people may want and need. Somebody had dropped off a curtain rod very specific to that size. I mean, it's our apartment complex. So people have the same windows that we do. So it was pretty cool. We found a curtain rod in the recycling center. It was on the ground. It was perfectly clean. We picked it up and brought it home, and we had some hardware at home in order to put it up already. So we sort of combined the hardware from a curtain rod that was the wrong size that we currently had with this rod that we found in the recycle bin, and it fit perfectly, and it's great. We have it up now. So this is something that I got for free by dumpster diving. It was an accidental dumpster dive, but since that time I have definitely spied on that recycling center a few more times to see if I find anything else that people are giving away. But dumpster diving doesn't have to be in a dumpster. In my mom's apartment complex, she has a mailroom with a table in it, and people in her complex drop off things that they no longer want in there all the time. She's gotten some great scores there. She got some Corelle plates, and Corelle plates are super hardy and really nice and usually pretty expensive. People had just dropped those off. I guess they were moving out or emptying out someone's apartment and left them behind, so they put them on the table. My mom has some really nice plates that way. So dumpster diving, don't necessarily want to call it dumpster diving because that's not really what it is. It's not necessarily a dumpster, but it's just wherever people leave things behind. Generally, dumpster diving is a great way to get things for free. So the next way to get an item for free is to contact your manufacturer when an item that you have at home gets broken. So this is, with the caveat that if you have a thing at home that breaks and it's not something that you did to it and it just sort of broke over time, consider contacting the manufacturer, and you may be surprised to find that you're able to get it replaced for free. I did this recently with my Instant Pot. However, it started acting really strangely. It would just go on without me pushing any buttons. So as long as it was plugged in, it was turning on. And I have no idea why it started doing this. I hadn't done anything strange to it. So I contacted the manufacturer. I went on to their website. So I took a video and sent it to them just to sort of prove it to them. And they were great. They sent me back a replacement part, which was the pot, the heating part of the pot itself. They sent that to me within, I think, 3 weeks. So this was kind of a really, really great way to get a new product for free, because in this case, there was a defect. And you may not think of doing this, if you bought the thing a while ago, but a lot of stores will let you do this too. As long as you have the receipt and bring it to them, they will let you return it for a new one. So check it out. Definitely contact the manufacturer, bring it back to the store, even if you think that it's been too long, because it's definitely worth a try. So the next way that I have of getting things for free has to do with plants and being a little bit crafty. So if you have a green thumb, that's great. I do not, but I'm kind of learning now about how to grow plants at home. Almost all of my plants were grown from cuttings. I took a short class. It was really more of a demonstration given by a woman who runs a plant store here in North Carolina. And she showed me how to grow plants from cuttings. And the way you do that is you take the plant and you pull off a piece of the plant at a place where a leaf is coming out, and then you pull off the leaf, and then that spot that the leaf was in needs to be submerged in some water for a week or two so that roots start to come out of it. And then at that point, you can take it out of that just like water and put it into a pot with dirt and let it grow. So it's pretty cool. It's a great way to propagate your plants for free if you have a friend. That's my list of ways that I have successfully gotten free things over the past few months. I hope you found this list helpful. Give me some ideas. What are some things that I missed? Some other ideas of ways to get things for free. What ways have worked for you? Are any of these ways new to you and you're excited to try them out? Let me know in the comments and feedback, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.